Yes. Spectacular. You amaze me, Mangs.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mangs. I'm joined here by the Mecha. We're
Hi.
hi. It's a Mecha. He's special guest commentator for this episode.
You call it a guest. Is that what you call it in Norway?
Yes.
Cultural difference, I guess.
I mean, I live next door to Sweden, and Sweden's where the Stockholm Syndrome originated, so, you know.
Oh, that's the vibe I was getting.
So it's time for Chapter 22, Kinship's Bond. James Bond. We actually did a recording and I said this joke. It's not as funny the second time around. I guess it wasn't that funny the first time around either.
I was trying to think of an analogy, but there's no analogy in the world that covers how this does not apply.
Chapter 22, Kinship's Bond. Anyway.
Yes. It's probably for the better to just get into the fucking chapter, yeah.
Okay, so this chapter is actually really difficult, which is why I'm making the promise right now, guys. I'm gonna do it in the first try. No fuck-ups. I'm gonna nail this on the first try. I know I can do it.
The title is going to be Chapter 22, Part 1 of 4 or something.
No. The group travels west to meet with Lord Uther, the Marquis of Ostia. Lord Uther is an intelligent leader and power in the Lycian League. He has also been a father to Hector ever since their parents died many years ago. Hector's reunion with his brother is a happy one, if somewhat embarrassing. Hector continues...
Probably because of that conversation with Oswin, like chapter 15.
Yes, he returns to tell Uther the grave news that Oswin has offered his lands to Hector as well. Hector continues his journey filled with complex emotions. At length, they arrive at a fortress that separates Thria and Ostia. I think this is the chapter where we meet Uther. I can't remember. Chapter...
Yes.
22.
Yeah, it's at the end though, so...
Kinship
First going
Bond.
to have some... Yeah.
Black Fang.
Oh god, this conversation.
Now we get to see some expositioning. Jafar? Ursula? Lloyd? Linus? That's everyone, is it not? If I have you, the four Fangs, together, I need no one else. I have need for you to eliminate a man whose living plagues me. His name is Eliwood, a noble of Farah. ... Thanks, Micah. Farah is located in Lycia, is it not? That's right, but he is no simple country lord. He has friends, other Lycian lords, who are much better units than
Wow, he has friends? Must be nice.
Individually, they are no match for you, and yet, carelessness invites death. Do not make that mistake.
Max knows this.
Lloyd, Linus, I have work for you, the Reed brothers, as well, alright? One question, are these our fathers, or... these orders, are they from the head of the Black Fang? Hee, why naturally? Isn't that right, my beloved? Yes.
This is convincing.
There, are you satisfied? Remove Eliwood. Your orders
That
come...
accent.
come from the head of the Black Fang, Brendan Reed. I just have to check something. We'll be right back. I just had to make sure I had sound recording on because I just did a recording where I turned it off, so it would be fucking hilarious if it was just, you know, no sound. Anyway,
Right.
as member of this group, you will follow that order, yes? Or does your opponent frighten you into immobility, Lloyd? Sonia, how dare you speak to my brother in such a... Linus, I know. Sonia, we do not need to be chastised by you. Under our father, we are the ones who carried out the law of the Fang. If Eliwood is an evil person, there is no reason for us to hesitate. The Fang lets none escape. We, the brothers, Reed, dispense the Fang's justice. Ursula.
Fist of justice.
Ursula, Jafar, you understand your orders, yes? Once you find the target, you eliminate him at once. It will be as you say, Lady Sonia. Anything for you. I have received my orders. I will do my duty.exe. Your target's name is Eliwood, noble of Farah. Bring him down, on the Black Fang's honor. I can't believe nobody, like, spots that Sonia's not evil. They're really, really good at, like, reading characters, I guess.
Subtle. It was very subtle.
I've had word from my brother. He's already on his way here. We're to wait for him. Lord Uther is coming here himself? So it appears. I told you of this before, but Castle Ostia, not to mention the city itself, is filled with countless foreign spies. I assume he thinks it will be easier to speak freely here. But wouldn't leaving Ostia generate even more attention? He's traveling in secret with very few attendants. He's skilled at this sort of thing. There's no need to worry. How unconventional. It must run in the family. And what exactly is that supposed to mean? Nothing! I'm very much looking forward to meeting him! Mills, are you well? You seem distant. I'm fine. Yes, I'm really tired. If we could sit for
Oh, thank God he faints. Yes. Just die.
No, Nils. Nils, are you alright? Nils, open your eyes. Ninian, calm down. Ah. Let's move him to the back room and call a healer. You mustn't move him.
Room.
Oh? Ninian! I'm sorry, please, just for now, don't move him. But, please! Let's do as Ninian says. She must have her reasons. Yeah, we need a target to defend for this defense chapter. Please, just one night's rest. That should make things right. If it's going to make him feel better, fine. Whatever you do.
You need a doctor now?
Don't move him. I'll let the others know. But Hector, my apologies. No worries. Alright, sleeping on the floor. So, this is where the fair and noble and his friends are, eh? Yes, Commander Eubens. Very well, Heath. Your units will attack from the west of the fortress. Your mission is to put an end to the entire group. Make no mistakes.
And what are you going to do? Just stand here?
Yes, he is.
What the fuck is your mission then?
To stand here and make it difficult for them to obtain the Knight's Crest. Are you serious? Marcus Lau's abandoned us and just vanished. We have no reason to engage this group. We answered Marcus Lau's call, and we will honor our duty. Regardless, we cannot remain in Lycia any longer. We rebelled against Ostia, and our entire mercenary force is hunted. If we take their heads, we can join the Black Fang and burn. I'm opposed to this plan. There are women and children in their group. What you would ask for us? It's something no man could do without shame. Listen well, Heath. You're a wanted man, a fugitive from Bern. How about we take you and hand you over to Bern's Wyvern Riders? You might even be knighted as a reward, given honest work. Ha! Thought as much. Everyone wants to protect his own skin. Now get your unit together. We attack. But that's not where you're gonna end up, Eubens. Sir, we're under attack. It's the east gate. The foe is already inside. Blasts. They would show us up now. We can't move Nils. Let's try and hold them off. Protect Nils. Don't let them near him.
I wonder what the objective is.
Defend Nils. Alright, chapter 21. No, 22? 21?
22.
22, Kinship Spawn. This is an interesting one. You don't see them right now, but they're here. There's a bunch of green units here, yes. They kind of fuck up more than they help. They're just in the way for the most part. Now this chapter is a tricky one. This is like one of the first big challenges you'll face in Hector Hard Mode. The gimmick of this map is that the enemies have Reaver weapons. There's a lot of Reaver weapons here. Reaver weapons fucking everywhere. It's like Reaver fucking squad right here. You pretty much can expect that anyone has a Reaver weapon. In addition, there's also a shit ton of mages and some ballista. The boss is Eubens. He has passable stats. He's pretty bulky at 41 hit points. He drops a Knight's Crest. If you kill him, you also end the chapter early. And I'm gonna try to bring him down because I want the Knight's Crests for the money, if nothing else. However, in Hector Hard Mode, he starts all the way over here. In Eloid's mode, he's like right here, so you can lure him up like super fast.
Yeah, I think he only moves in hard. I think he only moves in hard mode though. So
Yeah, but
basically
still.
he's different in every single mode.
Yeah, but he is on Hector Hard Mode. He's the most elusive because you'll need to send a unit all the way down here. I'm personally just gonna send Marcus with the Horse Slayer. I'm gonna send him like here to get him. We'll see how quickly I'll do it. So for this map, you'll really need to be creative on the first turn. That's one of the things that I've discovered. You gotta kill a lot of units on the first turn because if not, they'll just swarm you. I have a strategy for this, and I think Mecha might like it. We'll see. This is some chests here.
Does it involve sending Marcus into the middle?
No, actually not. It does not.
Okay, then I'm interested. Then I will stay and watch. Only because there's nothing better to do here.
You can go watch the wall if you want. There's a secret shop right here. I think we're gonna go pay it a visit. Actually, it's they sell some torch staves and a barrier staff. This is actually one of the chapters where some pure water would have been nice, but we have the barrier staff, so I think we should be fine. All right. So the units that I'm bringing for this chapter is well, you gotta bring the Tree Lords, sadly. Priscilla, Legold, Canas, Sloan, Marcus, Ninian, Raven, Fiora. Oswin is a little bit too slow, I feel. He can't really get down unless you like pick him up. Bartra is kind of bad because the enemies, all the Wyverns have Axe Reavers. So unless he uses his Sword Reaver Axe, he can't really do shit against them.
That's probably an okay choice.
Yeah.
I like Osmond for this map, but if you want to go fast, I guess he's not as good.
So yeah, I was looking about this map, trying to figure out some initial good turn 1 strategies, and this is the one that I've come up with. We'll see if Mecha ends up liking it or not. So the first thing I do is I barrier up Canas.
I'm already not liking this.
And then I use an Ninian's Grace on Canas.
Oh, okay. So now he has like what? 20 resistance?
Something along those lines, yeah. He has 27 resistance.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if that's enough.
We then send Canas down here. And we go fucking ham.
Okay.
Because he doubles everything.
No staff use for Canas this turn.
Nope.
Just eating all the XP, okay.
Yep. So
okay.
We need to get Lynn down here because down here is a unit that we need to recruit. Speaking of which, let's talk about the blue unit first. On this map, there's a blue unit, a green unit, and a red unit. So the entire LGBTQ community gathered together here, and it's Isadora.
Yes, 3 colors. I'm glad you think that they are represented by 3 colors, none of which is pink.
I'm colorblind, so I don't give a shit. Anyway.
Then why are you making comments about the color?
I don't know.
Pick anything else.
I just like saying the words. All right. Anyway, so here is Isadora. Isadora is sort of like second paladin you get, and I'm pretty sure me and Mecha will disagree a little bit on her. I personally like Isadora quite a bit, but maybe not as much as Mecha likes her. So Isadora, she has overall, she's a little bit weaker than Marcus, base stats wise. But one thing that separates Isadora from the rest of the pre-promotes of this game is that she actually has really passable growth rates. In particular,
Who the fuck cares?
Let me finish.
Who the fuck cares? But go on.
She has her main selling point is a very high base speed of 16 and a very surprisingly good speed growth of 50%, which means that Isadora will almost always be in a position to double enemies. The issue with Isadora is that she's very frail. 28 hit points and 8 base defense means she will not survive very long on the front lines unless you can like put her on a forest or some other dodge tile. While her avoidance is very good, she goes down really fast to a couple of physical attackers, so she can't really tank the front lines like Marcus can. I rate Isadora 3 out of 5 stars because she is a pre-promoted unit, and she's sort of like a second Marcus that at least hits pretty hard, but she lacks Marcus's durability and therefore cannot like survive on the front lines like he can. One thing I really dislike about Isadora is that she has a really low con of 6, so if you give her a steel sword, she loses 4 points of speed. I know Mecha doesn't care about con, but I do. I think that 6 con is very low for a physical unit after promotion. I mean, she must have had like 4 con as a Cavalier, what the hell. But yeah, she's a solid pre-promote, 3 out of 5 stars. She can serve pretty well as a filler unit. I don't think she's going to be staying around on the main roster for long. But she's good where she's good where she's deployed. I mean, she can pull up some stuff. She's decent, and she also comes with some very good weaponry: a silver sword, a short spear, as well as a stat booster, Angelic Robe, which I think is the first Angelic Robe you actually get in Hector hard mode. So that's kind of nice. So what do you think about Isadora, Mecha?
I don't really disagree with the star rating. I might go like 3.5 stars, but that's just nitpicking. I like Isadora. Like, a lot of people are like, well, she's worse than Marcus and worse than Kendor Sane or whoever you promoted first with the Night Crest. But I don't think people realize that just the fact that she's a paladin doesn't mean she only has to be compared to other paladins. If you compare her to someone who is not as who isn't in like a worse class, she is better because paladin class is just so broken. 8 movements, move again, and 3 different weapon types. That's insane. 16 speed is really good, and it almost makes her con a non-issue. I feel. I think this chapter makes it look kind of bad because when she has weapon triangle disadvantage against Reavers, she dies pretty quickly. But after this, she's actually really easy to keep alive, I feel, because you don't send her in battle with weapon triangle disadvantage ever, and you can make her pretty durable with just high avoid from that weapon triangle advantage, and also buffs her defense a little. Sometimes you can use terrain as well. And like if you look at like a chapter like I don't know, chapter 25 or whatever, most enemies in one area are just one weapon type, so it's really easy to keep Isadora alive. I don't think she's frail at all. Like 28 HP and 8 defense is, I mean, it's not amazing or anything, especially not from a pre-promote at level 1. But at the same time, like, is Raven that much better, for example? I don't think so. So I would give her a 3.5 out of 5. Like, she's worse than Marcus, but everyone in the game is, so that really isn't a point against her.
No, that's true, I guess. Alright, we also have another guy to speak about. I'm just gonna enable animations ranking. There is a red unit down here. We need Lynn to talk to him. Here he is. No, wait. No, here he is.
He doesn't even know where he is.
There's Heath. He is the first Wyvern Rider you get. And Heath is, you know, as far as the Wyvern Rider goes, he's pretty solid. His offensive stats are all very, very good. I mean, 50% strength growth, a 50% skill growth, and a 45% speed growth. He also gets Hector Horde mode bonuses, but because he's so low level, they don't really end up giving him all that much. Gets a point here and there, but they help him out a little bit. So, like any classic Wyvern Rider, he is decently strong, he is decently tanky, his rest is kind of crap, and he's weak to arrows, but his defense is so high that he can actually take an arrow or two before going down, unlike Fiora. One thing I gotta say about Heath is that normally I think that he joins with 2 week bases for his join time. Like, he joins as a level 7 unit and his bases aren't fantastic. But in a ranked run, it is actually sort of a benefit, because that means that killing off a unit will yield Heath with a lot of experience, which will help our experience rank. But still, I give Heath a 3 out of 5 stars. I find that he just joins a little bit underleveled for this chapter. He's not particularly useful here. There's a little bit too many archers, so he can't really do all that much. There's a lot of mages here, so he'll constantly be threatened with his 2 base resistance. So that's what I think about Heath.
I like Heath. I'd say he's like a 4-star unit. Even though he's underleveled, he's pretty easy to raise because enemies in FE7 stay unpromoted forever, so it's pretty easy to get him to level 10 and just instant promote him. Or you can wait longer and boost your EXP rank, which I think is a very big benefit. Just like for Raven, having a good combat unit that joins at a low level basically boosts all your ranks. I don't think it's a big issue that Heath is like weak to mages and archers, because his class makes him so flexible. He can fly over everything, and unlike your other flyers, he can take a hit. I mean, like, bows will bring him down pretty quickly, but he can tank most other enemy types pretty well, which is very good. He's also, I think, the only flyer that can promote and still carry Hector around, which can be beneficial for like siege maps. So I really like Heath for that reason. He does take effort. Like, his base speed is much as good as you would want it to be, but I think he gets like +2 speed on promotion. So once he promotes, that issue is fixed, kind of like with Canas. And speaking of speed, I also want to note about like Isadora, because I'm kind of done with Heath. Isadora's con, I don't think it's as big of an issue. Just don't give her steel weapons. Just don't be a retard and give her good weapons like her silver sword or I don't know, iron lance, whatever. She's fine with those. And even if she gets slowed down, she's still pretty fast, because speed is more important than constitution.
So right, amazing Mangs strat incoming. So it's not funny. You're supposed to say, ooh, interesting. So I need to get Lynn over to recruit Heath, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick up Lynn right here, like so. I'm gonna do our Isn't that amazing?
Oh god, it's a rescue drop. Oh
yeah,
my god,
that is a rescue drop. It's amazing. So wow. I want Canas to deal with these guys initially, so I'm gonna send Lowen down here, Hector down here, Hollywood down here. And I guess I could have picked up Legault's, but yeah, too late for that now. Anyway. So, Canas right here is going to show off his amazing tankiness. Takes 2 damage from an Axe Reaver. What a good unit. And what's even better with Canas is that he also doubles everything.
Thank God for a good promo bonus.
Yep. Because these nomads, they come with steel bows, and I'm pretty sure they get doubled by him, because nomad constitution is really bad. Yeah, this chapter really fucking overwhelms you fast, because you think that they can't come from that many directions. They start breaking down walls and opening doors, and suddenly they're fucking everywhere.
Think.
He thought that Canas was an armor knight, so he was like, oh, I got this. Like, what? No, he only has the thin robe, but the armor slayer does nothing. Alright, let's see what Kanas gets. Well,
That's
okay.
good level up. All we need. Kanasa still hasn't gotten any good level ups, I don't think.
Nope.
But he's
still decent.
still good, just at his bases. It's almost like growths don't matter.
Growths do matter. Hashtag all growths matter. My God, stop being...
I thought he doubled everything. What
Um,
happened?
I don't know. Oh,
Amber
the
green!
is going.
Thank God Armor Knights have good defense, right?
Amber green unit!
Oh, shit. He actually survived. The green
Yeah, actually,
units-
for stronger than like Iron Lance, yeah. So they
yeah.
one round things.
The problem
I
is...
see we have some more anti-Trump enemies and also enemies with Dorkies.
Oh yeah, they're not sending their best. Not sending their best.
Some bad
today.
hombres.
Yep, as I thought. Look at Kanas. So, of course, once Ninen's Grace wears off, Kanas is in a bit of a precarious situation. But all I wanted to do was bring down these... Wow, he even takes 1 damage after Ninen's Grace. That's how fucking screwed he would have been. But yeah, I just really want to bring down these 2 nomads on the first turn. And if you do that, the rest of the chapter becomes bearable, I think. That's at least the strategy I used to run with back in the day. We'll see if it's still...
Amber green unit!
Just like Sleep Staff.
Wow. No! No!
Amber green unit! Amber
They just thought that Mangs could use all the help you could get. You know?
Okay, so, here we have Rath. Rath is the first and only nomad you get in this, in the entire game, I do believe. So,
Yes.
yes. Whereas in Fire Emblem 6, there's like 3 of them. So, he has a horse, and he has better bases than any of your other archers, Will and Rebecca. Not that that says much. Rath is like... If you train him in Lynn's Story, and he can be trained in Lynn's Story, he can become a decent bow user. If you ever want a bow user on your team, I certainly don't, at least not yet. I think that Rath is he has very respectable growth rates. Like all of his offensive growths are very good. His defensive growths are shit, but usually his avoidance will be high enough to make up for that. He has decent base speed. Like this is the Rath you get if you don't train him in Lynn's Story, he automatically joins as level 9, but if you use him in Lynn's Story, he will join at whatever level he was when Lynn's Story ended. This is like the base Rath you get. I think that along with Heath, like even though he joins 2 levels higher than Heath, he has really poor bases for his join time, being a nomad, which, you know, means he has pretty shitty stats overall. His con is decent at the very least. He doesn't lose too much from steel bows or longbows. But overall, I find Rath to be a pretty lackluster unit. He gets a 2 out of 5 stars for me. He only gets 1 extra star for having a mount, which allows him to do some rescue drops, and at least it allows him to be where you need him to be. And to be fair, in this chapter, he can be a little bit decent against the Wyvern Knights, if you give him a bow. But yeah, he's a 2 out of 5 star, and that's a generous ranking, in my opinion.
I don't mind Rath too much, especially for a ranked run, because yeah, he's not that hard to feed kills, since he, again, is a low-level unit with a pretty flexible class. I actually think it's better if you don't do limb mode, because in limb mode he joins at level 7, but all the limb mode enemies are like level 1, so he gets like 5 EXP or something, which is really trash.
I'm just turning it
but
back.
here-
Keep talking.
Okay, so... anyway, so... Because he is so overleveled for limb mode, he can't expect to get level 9 Wrath by the end
You're
of
way
limb mode.
too
So he actually
loud,
joins at a
Jesus
higher.
Christ. Okay, yeah, keep going. Yep. When I turn you up, you shouldn't increase your voice, Maka. Just keep
Losing
going.
my train of thought.
Okay.
Anyway, so he can't expect to reach level 9 at the end of limb mode. So he's actually better off if you don't do limb mode. Limb mode, or better off with the mode behind them. And also, if Rath joins, I think at B bows, which means you can use Brave Bow at base.
Oh, you can.
Rath can also rescue just about anyone because he's a melee unit with pretty low con. And what else is really good about him? He ignores or gets through most terrain types, unlike other mounted units. So he has more movement in like snow or whatever. I it's hard to find exactly what makes Rath so useful mid game, but I always find some kind of use for him if you promote him quickly. But after mid game, he's not as useful anymore. But I think you should deploy him sometimes to get some EXP.
Right, yeah, for the XP rank if nothing else. And yes, he does have B rank in bows, and it comes with a light rune, which is, you know, sometimes useful, I guess.
You know what else is shit? Short bow. You need to give him like an iron bow. Short bow is bad.
Yeah, it's a bad unit. Now Lyn also needs to recruit Rath, so Lyn needs to be in 2 places at once, which is a little bit annoying.
You're fucking dumb, dude. Anyone can recruit fucking Heath, but you have to send Lyn there.
What? Can Eliwood recruit Heath?
Dude. Ninian can recruit Heath, Eliwood can recruit Heath, Hector can recruit Heath.
Really? I was not aware.
Yes,
I always thought it was just Lyn.
I'm not surprised you thought that.
Anyway, so this is actually pretty nice for Lyn. The Wormslayer actually has some use here. Look at that.
Lyn needs to be in 2 places at once. Let's just have her kill a wyvern.
Well, Rath will make his way towards Lyn anyway, so it's fine. Oh my god!
It's a good level up anyway, whatever, dude.
Now I cannot lose. Because Lyn got a good level up. If she gets like 10 more...
That's what they said before.
She gets like 10 of those maybe, then maybe she can start contributing. Oh, this is nice though. This is nice though. Look at this.
This is pretty fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I brought her here with the Wormslayer, because of the Axe River Wyverns. She gets a shit ton of experience, which is good for our experience rank. Okay, so we'll need to do something about this Merc. I think he has a, I think he has an axe. Yeah, he does.
Are you gonna Merc him?
Well, I know he's a fighter, but
He got Mercs.
Shut up. So, now I just need to think about what to do right here with Kanas. I'm thinking about sending Kanas down here with a Nosferatu Tome.
This is not Awakening. He can actually die with Nosferatu. No, I don't think he gets doubled, so I don't think it matters too much.
Yeah, no, I think we'll be fine. But what I'll need to do is I'll need to weaken this guy so I can kill him with someone else. Ooh. Nosferatu.
Famous last words. I think he'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure he will be fine. What I'm going to do here, these guys all come with Sword Reavers, so that's why Lowen with a Javelin is probably going to be nice. We can probably have Hector. Oh. Mangs strats!
Look at this guy
Fuck.
trying to sound smart, but then he just reverts back to his old ways.
Oh.
You should have known better.
I should have, but I didn't. Alright, so I need to do something about this thief. So one of these chests hold 10,000 gold.
Yes.
But you don't want...
If he grabs it, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, you can't get... So what I think I'm gonna do is I can give Marcus's hand axe to Isadora. The only problem is Heath is down here. But he's most likely gonna go for the green unit.
If he moves first, yeah.
I could just kill him with Marcus, but then I kill everyone with Marcus. Just not always a good idea.
This doesn't sound new to me.